Ezekwesili.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. Your first hard fact of the day, it's day 10 of the annual 16 days of activism to eliminate gender-based violence. Again, this is a time for all of us to think about the ways that we can make the world a safer place for women, for all women. 3 in 10 Nigerian women experience gender-based violence before they turn 15. That's according to the UN, the United Nations. There are 720,000 Lagosians or more, 720,000 or more Lagosians listening to me at this moment, and half of them are women. That means 108,000 people hearing my voice right now suffer gender-based violence. They either suffer it at the moment or they suffered it as girls or as teenagers. And many more have suffered it since then. So it's not enough to call me President Sandra. We have to do better to make sure that every woman is given the same respect that I get while I give you hard facts. Today is Friday, so we're letting Nigeria rest. Instead, we're going to bring you the Big Three Global Edition. Let's talk about Ghana's Tema port becoming the busiest one in West Africa. Then let's talk about the Nigeria police force withdrawing its lawsuit to stop the EndSARS panels. I guess Nigeria is interesting completely today. And then let's talk about the latest in the race for a COVID-19 vaccine. As usual for Friday, we're going to bring you Public Square with Agogo Obo. We'll wrap up with music and moments with Ifanyi and Sam. There's news updates coming your way at the top of every hour. But right now, it's time for the Big Three Global Edition.
The Big Three Global Edition on Hard Facts.
How did Ghana end up with West Africa's busiest port? Has the legal unit of the Nigeria police force gone rogue? And who should be priority for a COVID vaccine? This is Big Three Global Edition. Let's get into the stories. Our first story is Tema Port in Ghana. On Wednesday, we talked about how it was about to become the busiest port in West and Central Africa. And a lot of you were wondering how this happened. You were wondering how come Ghana, with an economy slower than ours, has a port with far more activity than Apapa or Tinkan or One. So here's the fact. Tema Port is about to cross 1 million TEUs per year. So that means 1 million 20 food containers pass through that port every year. 1 million 20 food containers passing through Tema Port every year. For context, Apapa Port is handling about 600,000 TEUs based on calculations by Business Day. Now, Nigeria has a much bigger economy than Ghana. We have the biggest economy in Africa. And that's why so many people are confused as to how Ghana can have a port with almost twice as much activity as Apapa every year. And I also had that question and had to do my research. And it turns out that for the last 5 years, the Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority, the GPHA, has been conducting a massive expansion of Tema Port. They've been building new terminals. They now have a specialist terminal for oil and gas. They have a special terminal for liquid bulk. There's a massive dry dock. But they did not just build new terminals. They've upgraded the infrastructure to serve them. They've been building massive highways to connect the port to the rest of Ghana. They've built a railway line. They've made sure that there's constant power supply at the port for refrigerated containers and for ICT, because the port has a lot of automation. They have scanning machines for the containers. They have electronic clearing. All these things speed up clearing at the port. And remember, the faster you can clear containers, the more containers you can process. But apart from all of this, the experts say that the biggest reason why Tema is so busy is Ghana's integration with its neighbors. Ghana has become something of a leader when it comes to free trade in West Africa. And they've made themselves a gateway for bringing goods into the region. Now, of course, Ghana isn't the only one positioning themselves like that. You also have Benin Republic doing the same thing with the port at Cotonou. So it clearly looks like a lot of our neighbors believe that free trade is the way to go and that they need very efficient ports to take advantage of it. What do you think about that? Which of these strategies do you think Nigeria can adopt to improve the functionality of our ports? 0700-993-993-993. What do you think about Ghana growing that port into the busiest port in West Africa? There's WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. But the studio number is 0700-993-993-993. You can also share your thoughts with us on Facebook. We're streaming live. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. We have Twitter as well at Nigeria Info FM. So share your thoughts via Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. And definitely let us know what you're thinking via WhatsApp 080-959-75805. What do you think about Ghana growing that port into the busiest one in West Africa? We've got Levi in Ikoyi on the line. Levi is our first caller today. Thanks for calling us.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Levi. Welcome.
Welcome. Sandra, it's quite interesting what our neighbor Ghana is doing.
Right.
You know, Ghana has not been ahead of us just in import operations and a few other things.
Okay.
They're ahead of us in a couple of other things. Like, I had some experiences because a lot of us in Nigeria, we don't understand that these small African countries are doing exploits. You know, it's not some Ghana. People are there, and then also in 2016, they were airing a particular investigative journalism that was carried out in the ports when they had rot and corruption just like we have in Nigeria. So some journalists were investigating Ghanaian ports. What I'm telling you is what I saw on Ghanaian TV in Ghana. So they were airing it. People's faces were showing, receiving bribe and asking for bribe. All of them have been sacked. So there was a cleaning up first and foremost, and this was even during Mahama's time. There was a cleaning up first and foremost before the infrastructure and these things are able to function properly. Today in Nigeria, we are not caring about infrastructure because we have canals that are worth millions of naira that are not even being used. So you see, the problem at the end of the day might not be our infrastructural deficit. Of course, it's part of it. But the problem will be the attitude and the character of people in power and people in positions at the port. So we can begin to clean up first. Then we will start
then do infrastructure next.
But I hear a lot of our people saying ordinary Ghana here, ordinary Ghana. It's not ordinary.
It's not ordinary.
The ordinary. Those have done their work. Thank you very much, Sandra.
Thank you, Levi, for calling us. 0700-993-993-993. Let's talk to Shola. Shola is in Victoria Island. How are you, Shola?
Hi, Sandra. How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay, for me, I think first and foremost, what we need to change in Nigeria is leadership. If we still have the same set of leaders, there is nothing that Nigeria can achieve. I can tell you absolutely nothing that Nigeria will achieve.
But our ports have been a problem for a long time, even before this set of leaders came in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we need to change them. In fact, I blame on even the elites, you know, the working class, the young people who before now didn't have interest in, you know, politics and all that. People have slept for too long, and these people have taken over, you know, like everywhere. So what we need to do first is let this set of people go. Bring new ideas, bring new brains, you understand? New brains that will bring up new ideas. and then we can start talking about development and revamping and all that, generally.
Well, thank you for calling me, Shola. Shola says we need new people doing the work, new ideas, a fresh set of leaders. Is that the answer? Because if you go by what I talked to you about Ghana a few years ago, the leaders are not exactly ideal. They have their own allegations of corruption as well. But that doesn't seem to be getting in the way of say, for instance, how the ports are working, because the ports are what's in the news today. We've got Sade in Ikeja. Hello, Sade.
Hi, Sandra. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Glad to hear from you.
Yes. When I heard the report you gave, I was just like, for shame. No, I mean, it's just amazing. Like, how many years ago, and we were, they weren't really anywhere. And as the other guy said, all the differences and the work they put in. And we just seem to be backsliding. Like, we're not putting in work, we're taking work out, or whatever the proper term is. We're working hard at backsliding. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And it's just sad because, every time somebody comes in and they scream change and they scream, well, we can do it, and the person gets there, because, the new CG of Customs, they put in there like an outsider thinking it was going to make a change, and it just seems to have gotten worse. I mean, I was just really saddened. I don't know why I was sad, but I was just saddened that, wow, our neighbors are doing so much and we are just there. We can't even tackle one thing right.
It is quite a thing, Shade. Well, we do hope it changes. We do hope.
Well, I mean, yes, I hope too, but, I don't know. I guess I hope it changes.
Because, I mean, hope is, at the end of the day, Shade, hope is not a strategy, right? I like to say that. So is there like a strategy that we could deploy to force the change that we want to see, maybe?
I actually do think there is, but I'm not sure if it's something that would start now, right, until we, okay, take for instance now, you want to clear your car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just a simple one. Mm-hmm. And they tell you the actual bill to clear your car. What do most of us do? We start bargaining. We can't do this. We start looking for ways, to cut it down, to cut it. So I do think if we want anything to stop, it starts from each and every one of us. So, that's the first thing we can do. Because if every one of us, we have a mental change and say, we want what's right for this country and we're going to do what's right.
Yeah.
So whenever we go to these places, instead of trying to cut corners or encourage them to cut corners, or as the guy said, we have people to actually investigate and, bring it to the forelight and hope, because that's where the hope comes in. The government will actually put those people on trial, do something about it. But we should start with us, trying whenever we go there to expect the best and to demand it and not go there and be like, okay, I don't have that money. How can we do that? That's what 90% of us do. And that's why it can never get better when we all go there and still do the same bad thing, and then we not expect the government to do better.
But do you think that, because human beings all over the world, it's not just Nigeria now, human beings all over the world will always try to find ways to beat the system. But do you think that there is a way that the system could take it out of your hands, for instance? So you go to a US, for instance, and if you wanted to get something cleared at the wharf, there's probably a way to automate it so that it takes human interaction down to almost the barest minimum. Because the more human beings you meet, the higher the chances of you wanting to cut corners. So do you think that there's a way we could automate things so that
that it started that process a long time ago? But it never got another, because obviously look at our civil service. When they tell them they need computers and you get there and they're like, because this time it's not working. It's working, but no, we have to go back to paper. That's because we are the first ones. I don't know if they need to just fire. Look, if you know you cannot be computer literate or you don't want the computer to work, then just fire them. But we don't do that. Yeah. We just, once people get there and then they're like, the system is not working, and yet they buy computers every year. Because that is the thing. This thing is not like a today thing. It's not like a few years thing. It's been there, and it's just language, and then, it just dies, and everybody just goes back to the old, because paper works for us. I'll give you a quick example. A guy, my son wanted to clear something at the port, right?
Yeah.
Well, because he was trying to do the straight and arrow, they said they couldn't find the file. They said, we can't find your file, or we don't know where it is. So everything was dragging. So they now sent an boy, someone that understands the language. And said, Madam, the file can call, they did 1 or 2. And the file came out miraculously. If you do computer, if you have a computer system, can you say you can't find the file? So nobody wants that. And then unfortunately, like I said, this guy that got here would be really hardcore and just, change all that and just put things and go back to letting things work. But none of that. Because until you get somebody that really has the fear and doesn't mind doing the work, this is what we're going to do. We're going to clear the system. We're going to change it, and we're going to use that automated system that is there. We'll still be doing this, I will not find fire.
We'll be here for a minute. Shade, thanks for calling me. I loved talking to you. Call me some more, seriously. We've got our first story down so far. Shade's story reminds me of Nigeria Air, the first time that Nigeria Air was launched in Nigeria. And after doing paper bookings for a while, computers were introduced, and computers started making it very difficult for people to, for agents to, charge you money, make money on the side, etc., etc. And so they allegedly set fire to the computers at the offices at that time, so that people will go back to booking manually. So it's a funny story that I remember from back in the day. But she is right in saying that the people themselves are also the problem, because, what's the system? The system is the people, right? And if the people themselves, it's not government, it's not politicians who are manning these things. It's not politicians who are at the ports. It's not politicians who are willing to give a bribe or who will ask you for a bribe. That Omo boy is not a politician. The madam that say, I can't find your file, is not a politician, right? They are Nigerians like you and I. So maybe if Nigerians had enough, we would get to the point where we are clearing 1 million containers per year. Yes, that's our first story. On Wednesday, we talked about how Ghana, Tema port in Ghana, has become the busiest port in West Africa and Central Africa. Tema port is about to cross 1 million TEUs per year. 1,020,000 foot containers pass through that port every year. And I told you that for context, Apapa port is handling about 600,000 TEUs. That's based on calculations by Business Day. And then you look at it and you see that Nigeria is a much bigger economy than Ghana. We have the biggest economy in Africa. So a lot of people are confused about how come this thing is happening? How come Ghana can have a port with twice as much activity as Apapa every year? And then you start to look at the things that Ghana has done. So a caller called in and told me about Levi. Levi called in and told me about how reporters did investigative pieces about the corruption at the ports, and the government decided to clean up the system. I can't confirm that because I haven't seen that. But I do know that for the last 5 years, the GPHA, Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority, has been conducting a massive expansion of Tema Port. They built new terminals. They have a specialist terminal for oil and gas. They have a special terminal for liquid bulk. They have a special, a massive dry dock. And it's not just the new terminals. They upgraded the infrastructure to serve them. They're building massive highways to connect the port to the rest of Ghana. They've built a railway line. They've made sure that there's constant power supply at the port for refrigerated containers and ICT. And that's also because, and ICT, because the port has a lot of automation. We talked about scanning machines last week. We talked about it again on Wednesday. And they have scanning machines for their containers. They have electronic clearing. And all these things are things that speed up clearing at the port. And the faster you can clear containers, the more containers you can process. And apart from all of this, Ghana's integration with its neighbors is the biggest reason why Tema is so busy. Ghana has become something of a leader when it comes to free trade in West Africa. And they've made themselves a gateway for bringing goods into the region. And Ghana isn't the only one, Benin Republic as well. So a lot of our neighbors are doing amazing things with their countries as far as free trade is concerned. That's our first story on the show, and I'm asking you, what you think about that story. What do you think about that? What do you think about the strategies that they've employed? Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and then continue this conversation. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Stay with Nigeria Info.
Do you think that maybe those food items just came like that, decayed already? I mean, what is really the truth?
I try to be careful not to use the word hoarding because I do not have facts that points at that.
Your number one station for talk. 99.3. Let's talk.
Can't think of a reason why you should apply for a Standard Chartered Visa credit card? 1. A 50-day interest-free period? That's unbeatable. We've checked. 2. Get up to 5 free supplementary cards for your family members. Plus, you earn redeemable reward points every time you use your card. A Standard Chartered credit card is the right card for money when you need it. For more information, please send an email to creditcards.ng@sc.com or call our call center on 01-270-4611 or toll free on 0800-123-5000. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
We are hardwired to be connected, to want to share things with one another. But the information we share can spread around the world. And because it comes from us, the people we share it with believe it. But not all of it is true. Fake news and misinformation is so cleverly designed that we've all shared it. It hijacks our emotions, taps into our weaknesses, tricks us into contributing to a chain of events that harms us all. With the COVID-19 pandemic, misinformation is costing lives. We can't wait for technology companies to put a stop to it. We must all take action. Together, we can take back control. Before you share, pause and help break the chain of misinformation. Pause. Take care before you share. This is a message from Verified and the United Nations.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. The Big Three. Global edition on Hard Facts.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and every Friday between 3 and 4, we let Nigeria rest for a bit and we take a look at stories coming from other parts of the world. Our first story was from Ghana, but our second story brings us back to Nigeria. And that's because EndSARS is one of the biggest stories of 2020 globally. Now, the Nigerian police has withdrawn its lawsuit challenging the EndSARS panels. That's our second story. Yesterday, we talked about the lawsuit at the High Court. The police is basically saying that state governments don't have the right to probe them. Yesterday evening, the police said, there's a lawsuit, but it was not ordered by the IG, Mohammed Adamu. Here's what they tweeted, quote, EndSARS. IGP orders investigations into alleged suit touching on State Judicial Panel of Inquiry, queries force legal officer. That's the headline. Then the tweet continues, quote, the Inspector General of Police, IGP M.A. Adamu, NPM, MNI, has directed immediate investigations into a suit purportedly challenging the legality of the State's Judicial Panel of Inquiry, investigating allegations by citizens against officers of the defunct SARS. The IGP, who gave the order on the heels of trending reports in the media today, 3rd December 2020, expressed the disapproval of the force management team on the matter and ordered investigations into the alleged role of the force legal section, including its head. Meanwhile, the force legal officer has been queried and may face further sanctions if found guilty of dereliction of duty. The IGP reiterates the commitment of the force to fulfilling all its obligations with regards to the disbandment of the defunct SARS, the ongoing judicial panels, and all other police reforms. End quote. Yesterday, this day also carried a story claiming that the presidency was shocked by news of the court case. And now, before I came on air, news broke that the police has withdrawn the suit. Festus Ibude, the police counsel filed the motion today to withdraw that suit. It's a very interesting episode. Let me point out that it was on social media that the news first broke that the police had filed this suit. And it was also on social media that the police came last night to condemn it. It makes you wonder what would have happened if social media wasn't freely available, huh? The question now is, who gave the order? The police said the IG is investigating, so it shouldn't take long because whoever filed the suit received an instruction from somebody in the force. So now to ask them, guy or babe, who give you order? And when they say X, now to ask X, guy, babe, who ordered you? And so on until we get to the person that said, Oga, I just felt that, you know. But hey, what do you think about the IG of police essentially saying that the legal section went rogue? What does this say to you about the situation in the police force? 0700-993-993. By the way, I'm investigating a story about lack of salaries to some police officers. They're claiming that they haven't been paid for is it October or November? I'm not quite sure, but I'm still following up on that story, and the more I know, the more you will know. But our number is 0700-993-993. We've got Jimmy in Isolo on the line. Jimmy, thanks for calling us.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Sandra.
Jimmy. We've got two stories so far. Which one do you want to talk about?
I want to talk on the first issue.
Yes, go ahead.
It is a shame that Ghana is ahead of us on this container border issue. In a case whereby Nigeria is so corrupt, and one thing that I will advise the government to do is for them to spy on Ghana. What is Ghana doing right, or what are they doing wrong, so that we'll see how they match this fit, because in Africa will never grow unless we start competing with each other. Even though we are not supposed to compete with Ghana, we are far above Ghana. But in a case whereby through infrastructure and some other development they are ahead of us, we don't have any other option than to hide our ego and then see how we are going to defeat them in such case. So that's my take on that.
Jimmy, thanks for calling me. Defeat them, I like that. We're above. How we're above Ghana, really? And why do we always say it's a shame? I mean, they are a whole sovereign country. You know, would we say it's a shame if it were, say, for instance, New Zealand, or say, for instance, let me see, Iceland, you know? So why is it a shame? Because it's Ghana. We've got Richard in Ikorodu on the line. Richard, how are you?
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
Welcome. Go ahead.
Please, I just want to tell you that when we are trying to blame the citizens have no affair in what is happening in Nigeria. It's the leadership. You remember in an organization, when you have a thorough leadership, everybody will fought suit. We've been in this country during the military regime, during the Diagbon Buhari regime. Everything falls suit. The case that is happening against Ghana, Paul being okay and us not being okay, you don't need to spy on anybody. You know what to do the right thing. If there is a law and there is a punishment for everybody, and a leader does the right thing, obviously everybody, if a father does the right thing at all, the children will fall suit. And if it doesn't fall suit, remember those days, either you kneel down or you stood down, and nobody will beg for you. That is the order. So saying that we have to spy on Ghana or we have to copy, we have to do this, we know all the right thing to be done on this side. We are blessed in population, we are blessed intellectually and everything. Only we don't implement it. And the very people that need to implement it, that is why we have leadership. We are not in a jungle. Again, and that is why everything is falling apart. And it will continue falling apart until when the leader does the right thing and will follow suit. Any organization, there is always a leader. And if the leader does the right thing, every other thing will be in order. It's just like a ship with many captains. It will capsize. And that is why Nigeria will continue to capsize. Just as you see the one of the, what you call the EndSARS filing a suit and the rest of it, and the presidency was shocked. Yeah, I will be shocked because the presidency and the vice president and everybody of them are the one who gave the order for that panel. Are you getting me? And now, suddenly, one set of people, are they in that set another government? It's very shocking. But the problem is that they are still investigating. There's nothing like investigating. That one could have been known under 24 to 48 hours. Talking of social media, we had all the news. This social media has been cancelled or regulated. Can we be hearing this news within the shortest possible hour? Are you following me?
I'm following
so
you.
we just need to do the right thing at the right time. I studied in Russia and America. I know what operates in the 70s, in the 80s. Get me? And that's why those countries are held. See Ghana, we drove away 1983. See where they are now. Ghana is the population is almost a population of Lagos. And we so wide in population and everything. We are not making use of it. I tell you, we are super in the world. If this country have to be ruled by the number of person and by the number of people, this country will be one of the fifth or one of the 7 countries in the world. We are blessed in everything. Take it. Weather, mention it. No snow, no summer salt, no whatever. The rain, everything is good. Resources, human resources, everything. Sandra, well done for this work, and God will bless us. Change will come, and the best change will happen in this country. We all see it in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, Richard, for calling. Peter Speaks says, is Nigeria ready to do the right thing? These guys in government seem to not want to implement any of their policies. They travel out of Africa, they have businesses and companies doing very well, but they would rather impoverish the country than make them relevant in the first place. Igoni Philip on Facebook says, there's too much division among us when any government comes up with any plan to fix any problems. Saboteurs everywhere to sabotage the effort of government. No seriousness in anything we do as a people. Igoni Philip, thanks for your message. Mahmoud Mohammed Segia Biodun says, you have not given us reasons why Tema will be busier than Apapa. Efficiency, yes, but where is the import volume going to? If it's local to Ghana, it's not possible. I gave you reasons why Tema is busier than Apapa. I told you that they have faster ways of clearing these goods now. I also told you that the biggest reason why they have more goods coming into Tema is because of how very integrated Ghana is with other countries. How very integrated they are with their neighbors. They're becoming something of a leader when it comes to free trade in West Africa. And they've made themselves a gateway for bringing goods into the region. So it's not just for Ghana. It's not local to Ghana. It's for all their neighbors as well. We've got Benjamin Wafia who says, all it takes is for a leader to put the country back on the right path. All right. And he says as well, we have Calabar, we have Port Harcourt, we've got Warri. Shalagbe Kayode says, I think we should start swearing in our leaders with Songo. That way they will hear word. Monday Pomfa says 98% of Nigerians were born in corrupt administrations. So even if we appoint new leaders, it's going to be very hard to work for us. But we wait until 2023. Prince Gozier says, when mentioning Ghana's development, Sandra, please take it easy. I just feel like crying. It shouldn't make you want to cry. It should make you want to change things, change things. Let me go to WhatsApp. That was Facebook. Let's go to WhatsApp and see the comments we have there. Sandra, based on this police force suit, it just shows that everything is a joke. How will they say that they are investigating? Investigating what? Do they think we're fools? And as for that payment of police salary stuff, it's true. It's really true. I rest my case there. God bless you, Sandra. Well, I would like to hear more about this story. So please give me more details via WhatsApp, all right? So that we can make it into a big story. We've got Olaide Cruz in Victoria Island who says, Sandra, in one word, let's just believe that we're yet to have a government that understands what development is. I'm very happy for Ghana. Customs in Nigeria has become rotten tomatoes. The only thing that would make a difference is to set a new record straight by sacking the customs controller and their top officers. They're corrupt. Federal government has left all the agencies alone to do what they like, and that's why everything is collapsing. But do they mind? Absolutely not, because they're making money from the poor performance of the port. Government asks no questions. Instead, they're all pampered. Until Nigeria changes direction away from the PDP and the APC system of government, Nigeria will be forgotten in terms of development in Africa. That's a message on WhatsApp from Olaide Cruz in Victoria Island. Olaide Cruz, thanks for your message. Let's take a look at more messages here on WhatsApp. Sandra, no need comparing Nigeria and Ghana. Ghana port will do well because those at the head of affairs have the interests of the country at heart. In Nigeria, our leaders are not there to improve the economy, but they all have their selfish interests. That's actually not true. In Ghana, there's big reports about corruption as well. There's big reports about corruption indicting as high as even the presidency, but they seem to have found a way around it and things seem to be working. Of course, if we were in Ghana having this show, Ghanaians would probably be telling you a different story. They always say that the grass is always greener on the other side. Now, let's bring you our final story on today's Big Three Global Edition. Lots of news on the COVID-19 vaccine, and that's our third story. The UK became the first country to approve one of the new vaccines for general use. They approved the one from Pfizer and BioNTech. The UK has ordered a total of 40 million doses. So that's enough to vaccinate 20 million people, since each person is supposed to get 2 jabs, 2 injections. According to the UK government, the first batch of 800,000 vaccines will arrive next week. And there's been a bit of conversation about whether people will come forward to take the vaccine or whether they will believe all the crazy conspiracy theories floating around. Some people are saying they will only take it if they see that the Queen takes it on TV. But policy experts are suggesting that maybe high-level government people or high-profile people will need to actually listen to that. You know, they would need to take the vaccine live on TV to kill the conspiracy theories. Like that joke going around that the Queen should take it, the experts are even saying that maybe Queen Elizabeth II should be injected on air. And now we're hearing that 10 Downing Street Prime Minister Boris Johnson may volunteer for a live TV shot. Now, remember that Johnson already had COVID-19. But now that we know that some people can get it twice, he himself isn't safe. Yeah, that's true. If you've had COVID before, you can get it again. We're seeing the same thing in America, by the way. All 3 living former presidents are saying that they're ready to demonstrate that the vaccine is safe and that that they could be willing to do it on live TV, take shots on live TV. So Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, they all said that they'll be willing to do that. Now, while the vaccines are safe, they do have side effects. The pharmaceutical companies are saying that the side effects include high fever, body aches, bad headaches, and day-long exhaustion. However, they're saying that the side effects don't last for more than 1 or 2 days. Reminds me of all the shots I took when I was younger. I've forgotten the vaccine you take on your arm, and then that arm is like heavy and painful for like a day or 2. Like if they punch you, it's so painful. Like the arm feels like you're carrying like heavy weight. I don't remember the name of that shot, but it had that effect as well. And the fever is also something you find very commonly with vaccines. But let's talk about who gets the vaccine first. Let's talk about who gets it first. Remember, I told you that the UK is only getting 800,000 doses in the first batch. So they have to prioritize who will get it first. And there's been some controversy about who will do that because health workers have been moved down the priority list. Doctors, nurses, people who work in the health sector. So the current priority list for getting the COVID-19 vaccine in the UK is, first of all, people over 65. That's because age is the biggest risk factor for death. Then the next priority group, every old person who's living in care homes, apparently because during the first wave, the virus was spreading through care homes a lot. Then you now have the frontline healthcare workers. And then seriously ill people who require special shielding. And then pregnant women, and then children. And then people with underlying health conditions that are risk factors. So things like diabetes, if you have that, or if you have cancer, or if you have kidney disease, or you've got heart disease, etc., etc., etc. So that's the priority list for the UK so far for COVID-19 vaccine. Now, after all the people in that group are served, they'll start looking at everybody else. And I wonder if you approve of that list. I wonder if you think that that list is good enough. I wonder if you would be on that list. I wouldn't. Wahala. If we decided to do stuff like that in Nigeria, I wouldn't be on that list in the first batch. And I also wonder if you think Nigeria would adopt that strategy. Do you think Nigeria would adopt a priority list like this? And if we do, what criteria do you think we could use? 0700-993-993-993. What do you think about the UK getting delivery of the vaccine as early as next week? What do you think about the sitting UK Prime Minister and the former US presidents talking about taking the vaccine live on air to calm concerns and to dispel conspiracy theories? And what do you think about the UK, about how the UK is prioritizing who gets the vaccine? Do you think we should copy that? Is that one of the things that is good enough to copy? Or do you think we should come up with our own? And what do you think our own should look like? Ebuka is in Mushing. Ebuka, thanks for calling us.
Yeah, and Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I be ask your person, when is John drop on the mic starting again, or is it because of football?
Don't drop the mic. It
Yes.
happens at 10, right? I think 9 or 10.
Yes, it's 10.
Yeah, football is probably the reason why it's not happening right now.
Even that is this program, they do start late.
Yeah, it's football.
Okay, so for this Jehovah, we have so many things in this country. Someone was saying something on another station that if you go to the north, so many vaccines have been given to most of them. I don't know, maybe it's a cause of some of the infertility they have been experiencing. Had polio, many of them have hepatitis B, so to say, so many vaccines have been going on. But Sandra, or coronavirus, or have first thing about our problem. Them in the US, they should start from there. Maybe they will be telling us to CNN and so many of these news platforms that the thing is 90%, clinical, 95%. They should tell us it's 100%. Let them open their borders. Though it's coming to Nigeria, yes, it's good, fine. Coronavirus is coming. But are we like Lassa fever is behind our door, yellow fever is there. We have so many things. But for this very one, if you have to go by classifications, it should start from the rich. It should start from the Ogas.
Should they start from the Ogas when the Ogas are the ones that have money for hospital? Do you have money for hospital? Me, I don't have money for hospital because they should start with me.
Okay, they should start with you. Do you have coronavirus?
If like this way, I won't get it now.
We're not getting it. So
if they give me, I won't get it. But if they decide to start with the rich, I won't get it.
They should start from them and I swear make it free for everybody. Yes, because just like the test, when they were testing, like Sanwo-Olu, he said, okay, it was free of charge, not until when the school and other things were opening, they were trying to put it into the fees and other things. So they should make it free. And let them know at the end, they will quote big amounts of money where they don't use to get this coronavirus, because we'll be looking at this Oyibo as our savior, which they are not our savior, honestly, because we've been talking this thing. The Agbo would drink so many local.
They're our savior. Without them, a lot of the vaccines we take in Nigeria, we won't see to take.
Make they wait for them. Make a start on the risk.
Do you have children?
I still be single boy.
Don't worry. When you have children, you're about to go and give your children vaccine.
No.
A lot of those vaccines that you want to give them, now thanks to Igbo people. Otherwise,
yes, we don't dispute the fact that they are trying. Yes, but our big men here, they have the money to sponsor for this thing. Now why that parliamentary speech, that guy on the accuse go on they try to. We have money that will make this country, just like you're comparing Ghana with us.
what is wrong with us? Okay, only about port. Onisha Port has been there for like how many days? Even Abia said they have this river that can carry a big ship that can, as in, we can bring things and make it easy. But it's just that this one are intentional punishment.
Well, Onair and Onitsha have started working. Remember, earlier this year, I told you how Maersk, the shipping company, has started taking all their shipping to Onair.
Sandra, happy head Renamoto, Banimoto. If you call people there, they will tell you all this in a joke. You have to hear the news.
Not be joke. Oh, I have somebody that works at an airport, and he confirmed it. More and more things are coming to an airport.
Now, I be say if we pull out from Lagos because this Papa gridlock has been on our neck. Now, okay, now I've been calling to complain how the cost of things have been on the high price because of high imported duty, clinical, and so many things. So if that one can work, Potako can work, and the duty price is low, Otonogibo guys go to Konori to buy car. Why? Is it not the same how Igbo they buy the car? Just because the tariff plan is low, the central their banking system, the policy they say there is favorable. But here in Nigeria, no reason now. We got some woman at TV, they say, "Who would they complain to this?" But they go hear us first because no will not also be coconut head because I think the coconut head they hear watch.
Ebuka, thanks for calling us. 99.3. Hello.
Hello,
good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Black from over.
Black, welcome.
As for me, I'm not going to take this vaccine for now.
You're not going to take it?
Even if Nigeria have it. So I do all Nigeria clinical trials before I even taking it.
Oh, okay. So you want Nigerians to take it first before you take it?
As in, no, let them do the clinical trial now. Let me try. Let me see analysis.
They've done clinical trials now. That's why the vaccine is ready.
Nigeria, right?
Even Nigeria was part of clinical trial.
Are you sure there is him?
Okay. If you saw me taking it on our live Facebook feed, would you take it?
Why not? I will take it.
You will take. If you saw me taking it, you will take it.
Why not?
Okay. So maybe I'll work out something. If it comes to Nigeria, I'll make sure I'll take it live on air. That way you'll be encouraged to take it.
Definitely.
Thank you for calling me Black. 99.3. Hello. Ooh, sorry about that. Call back if you can. 0700 993 993 993. Actually, don't call back because we're out of time. But I have time to take comments on social media. So let's see. We have Taiwo, who says, Ghana is moving forward in their country. I just pray my country will learn a lesson from this Ghana people because in their country, there is peace of mind. You can do your business peacefully. Akem says, if anybody or the IG of police claims to be ignorant of the lawsuit filed by the legal department, he'll be lying. How long did it take the IG and the police to react and debunk their knowledge of it? If the IG wasn't aware, he would have responded immediately by debunking it. Maybe they were trying to confirm whether or not it was fake news to begin with. Richard says they want to monopolize it for the benefits of the economy or political class alone. Why is the government blocking other states from having other seaports? Well, other states' seaports are working gradually. It's beginning to work more and more. We've got messages on WhatsApp. Good afternoon, Sister Sandra. This person says, as long as one in the position of authority, such person is a leader. We need such characters to do better for our country to move forward. These port officials occupy important positions and can be regarded as leaders because all leaders don't have to be politicians. You make a good point, Omoyinka. You make a very good point. Sandra, how will our ports develop when our government has closed the border? No more importation of goods from other foreign countries to our country anymore. They better open the border before the situation gets worse. From Shane Oluwaseun. But Mr. Oluwaseun or Miss Oluwaseun, I'm not sure. We actually can still import things from, what's it called now? We can still import things from the airports, just not from the land borders anymore. Let's take a break and come back.
Interest-free period? That's unbeatable. We've checked. 2. Get up to 5 free supplementary cards for your family members. Plus, you earn redeemable reward points every time you use your card. A Standard Chartered credit card is the right card for money when you need it. For more information, please send an email to creditcards.ng.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.